Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our live demo of Luxor Workspaces new educational products, which we're calling Reimagining the 2022 Classroom. My name is Brian Hauser. I'm National Account Manager here at Luxor Workspaces. And while I may be the only one you see here in front of the camera today, I have several co-workers helping bring this event to you. Some that you may know, a couple of my counterparts on inside sales are here. Shelley Holden is with us, and Michael Butts is with us. They'll be helping me with some of the furniture transitions, and they'll be managing the chat room as well. So we're on the Teams platform. As I go through some of our new products, if you have any questions for us, any comments, any feedback, please throw that into the chat. We'll stop once about midway through, see what questions you may have at that point, and then again towards the end. So this is a live demo, so I may forget to mention a few things. Your questions may draw that out. So we appreciate your participation in that regard. We'll help kind of keep this as interactive as we can be in this environment. So as I mentioned, this is reinventing the 2022 classroom, and one of our objectives here is to help reduce or mitigate the transmission of germs in today's classroom for obvious reasons. And we feel that there's two ways we can help to do that. We can help students and teachers maintain control and organization of their personal supplies in the classroom, and we can also help students and teachers maintain social distance, create some barriers at times when that is needed and appropriate as well. So as mentioned, we would like to help teachers and students maintain control of their personal supplies. In today's classroom environment, that is more and more important. A lot of schools are requiring students to bring more of their own supplies, where it used to be a lot of communal things, whether it be art supplies, kids would share crayons and markers and things like that. Now everybody's got to bring their own things and keep up with them. On a personal note, my son, at the school he was going to, it got to the point where they had to bring their own gym equipment. So they're bringing their own balls and jump ropes and frisbees and things, which seems crazy. And I asked them, well, you can't play catch with yourself. Well, they could only play with the kids in their immediate pod. So things are a lot different, and we're just doing what we can do to kind of help teachers and students in that environment. So the first line of products, full line of products I'd like to discuss with you is our MBS line. That's our mobile bin systems. This mobile bin system incorporates these mobile bins like you see here into several different products, from cabinets to desks to chairs to stools, even into some of our carts. So this is one of our mobile bins. It's a 3-inch deep bin. We also have 6-inch deep bins. As you can see, it's made of clear plastic, so you can see the contents of the bins at all times. We put some thought into a lot of different details. Even in the handle, there's a place for a standard label. You can put the student's name so the student knows this bin is his, and these are his belongings. So the first product I'd like to share with you is our mobile cabinet for the classroom. As you can see, on the right side, this cabinet has six of our 3-inch bins. The cabinet on my left has 3 of our 6-inch bins. So you can configure these different ways as you see fit, and you can purchase them different ways, and we'll talk about that a little bit in a moment. But the cabinets themselves have a lot of interesting and useful features. I will turn this towards the camera here. As you can see, on the left side of the cabinet, there's a pegboard that allows you to create a peg system to keep your STEM supplies, makerspace supplies neat and organized, which is very important in today's classroom. As I turn this cabinet to my right, you can see on the right side there's a removable whiteboard. Whiteboards always have a lot of usefulness in the classroom, so when we can incorporate it into our furniture, we do that as well. You can see we have a nice laminate top on the cabinet, creates an additional working space or some additional storage. As I mentioned, this comes in several configurations. So we have 10 SKUs of this mobile cabinet system. So you can buy single cabinets, as you see here. However, this is one of our connection cabinets. It has the connection hardware, so you can connect these cabinets so you can do 2 wide or 3 wide. You can also buy a SKU that allows you to stack them up to 2 high. So you have horizontal configurations as well as vertical configurations. Our largest SKU will give you 4 cabinets, so you'll have 2 horizontal and 2 vertical. And as you noticed, it is on 4 casters, so you can move this around the room as your floor plans may change, lock the casters and the cabinet into place when appropriate. So it's a modular system. You can expand the system as needed as the needs of that classroom changes. So that is our mobile cabinets. As I mentioned, this is a whole line of products. So this is our MBS-DESK. So this desk, as mentioned, incorporates those same bins. So as you can imagine, a student comes into class, they can go to the cabinet, get their bin, put their bin, and slide it right back into their desk so they have their own personal belongings. Again, mitigating the risk of transmission of germs and all that. This is an adjustable height desk. This desk will adjust between 22 and 30 inches in height. It is also in a trapezoid shape, which is important because it's also on casters, so we can spread apart as needed, work independently when that's appropriate. But the shape of this desk allows you to create a pod of 8 desks, so when it's appropriate, students can work together in a collaborative environment, have a group discussion. I think Ray is showing an image of that at this time. So you can see how this desk can be used very effectively as an individual desk for remote learning or in a collaborative group environment. And the 4 locking casters make it very easily to move about as your needs change. We also have hooks on each side for backpacks and things of that nature. All right, so that is our MBS desk. To go with that, we have our MBS chair. It is skewed separately, but obviously made to go together. This chair, very sturdy, very durable, will hold up to 330 pounds, so has no problem with my 200 pounds. And as you had guessed, I'm sure, this incorporates that same 3-inch mobile bin, so you can keep your own personal belongings. Maybe you have 2 bins in the cabinet, you put 1 in the desk, 1 in your chair, then you're all set. Now we try and think about storage and practicality of these products. So this chair is also stackable. You just need to remove the bin. You can stack these 3 high. Again, full swivel casters, so you can move it about the room as your needs change. All right, that is our MBS chair. So the chair obviously has a seat back. We have MBS stools without a seat back, depending on your preference. So we have 2 stools actually. This is our MBS Stool 1, that's our VPN. So that is a fixed height stool, so that's 18 inches high. This is the MBS Stool -2, which is an adjustable height stool, so it starts at 18 inches, but you can move this up as high as 25 inches as you see here. These are also very durable and sturdy stools, holds up to, rated for 269 pounds, so plenty of capacity for most all students. Same caster system, full swivel. These also stack, so I've removed the bin from this, and you can see how they would stack on top. Again, you can stack those up to 3 high for convenience and storage. So there's one other item I wanted to show you that's kind of in that MBS line. This is our new teacher cart that incorporates those bins as well. I'd like to tell a little bit about our experience with utility carts and AV carts during the pandemic. We've been in the cart business for decades, and so we know utility carts. It was interesting the way the utility cart sales spiked during the pandemic, and we found a lot of schools were purchasing their carts and repurposing them as teacher carts. As the classroom began to change, teachers were going classroom to classroom while students stayed stationary in the same class. So, just kind of wanted to leverage that trend and give teachers what they're looking for. We developed this teacher cart. Everything for the teacher on the go, moving from classroom to classroom. So, there's a lot going on here, so I'll walk you through kind of top to bottom. We have hooks on a rail on one side for hanging files, clipboards, pocket charts. There's even a movable cup holder on the front, ergonomic push handles. We have a retractable keyboard tray that's padded, keeps everything in one place. Everything is included here except the keyboard. Then we have locking storage here. So you have some security. This is a nice, good sized drawer. You can put a laptop in here. It's wide enough, deep enough to fit most laptops. You can lock that up, store that away. You have two flat shelves with retaining lips to keep the contents in safe and in place as teachers are moving room to room. And again, you have those mobile bins that can slide out so the teacher can bring the necessary supplies as they're kind of on the go. You have a locking cabinet on the bottom. And on the back side, we actually have a power, 3-outlet power strip with 15-foot power cord. So we have power to this. We'll talk more about how we can add power to these types of carts as well. I'll do that in a few moments. But again, we're really excited about this as well. 4 swivel casters, 2 with locking brakes. Very durable cart, holds up to 400 pounds. And again, has everything for that teacher on the go. So I had one other student desk I wanted to share with the group. This is our all-in-one swivel desk. A lot of feedback we get from the market is a lot of schools look for an all-in-one solution, the desk, the chair, in one piece. And this is our swivel desk, which has a lot of movement to it. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. I remember some single-piece desks when I was in school, which were comfortable while you're in them, but they could be very difficult to get in and out. This has a lot of movement, as you can see. This desk moves to the side. It also flips up, so you have very easy access to get in and out of the desk. Once you're seated, you put the tabletop down, desktop down, and you're all set. You even have a cup holder, which you can see here. The bottom base acts as another shelf for your backpack or whatever you may need to store there. This has 6 swivel casters, so it's easy to move yourself around the room, again, as needs change in the classroom now, which happens pretty frequently. So if you need more distance, you create more distance with your classmates, or you can work more closely in more collaborative environments. And this is actually rated for 330 pounds. So again, very durable, regardless of your size. Okay, let's move this off to the side. Next, I want to talk a little bit about our privacy category. 3-4 years ago, we launched a line of Reclaim acoustic panels, which have done very well for us. We have those panels in room dividers, also in desk dividers. A year and a half, 2 years ago, we came out with acrylic panels that have also done very well. Now we've just launched another product in our privacy panel category called our Modular room dividers, which you see here behind me. These are sold in 4 different sizes. This is our largest, which is, I'll round off a little bit, about 6 foot tall by 6 foot wide. And this incorporates 2 of our, both of those materials, which I mentioned earlier. It has PET panels and frosted acrylic panels. To assemble these, it's a modular system. You start with a starter wall, which you see here. The starter walls have 2 vertical panels. From there, you have to add what we call add-on walls. The add-on walls will have 1 vertical panel. So as you can imagine, you snap it in on this, it connects to one side, and it have another panel, a vertical panel, support I should say, on the opposite side. So, long story short, you can make this wall as long as you need it to be. You can connect them 180 degrees or in a straight line, or you can connect them at 90 degrees. You can create longer walls. You can create L shapes, U shapes, cubicles, whatever you need to do. The other interesting thing is it's a very flexible system in the fact that these panels will slide down in between the vertical supports. So you can create a wall with the PET just across the bottom, or the middle and the bottom, acrylic across the top, or some variation of that as you see on our demo unit here. So those are our new modular wall dividers. So with that, I'm going to move on now to our next and actually last product. So we've talked a lot about some of our exciting new classroom products, and we're excited about all of them, but perhaps we're the most excited about this. This is what we call Quick Boost Edge Power. It's our power solution to the power problem that exists in classrooms today. And what's driven that problem? Well, all the technology, oftentimes in some older buildings where schools are rather antiquated, and they have a hard time supporting all the new technologies in the classroom. From a technology basis, student to technology, it's generally a one-to-one now. All students are using Chromebooks or laptops. It's their responsibility to bring them home at night, come back with fully charged Chromebooks. I know students are not all that compliant. I know I have 2 boys that aren't that compliant. They come back to school with depleted laptops. So what happens then? Now, in the current environment, you have several students crowded around the one outlet that's in the corner, which we don't want. We want students to be separating in the new environment, right? Or the other solution that's been kind of over the years, you're plugging in a lot of extension cords, power strips. Students are still kind of gathered around those power strips, and you're creating a lot of trip hazards as well. So this is our Quick Boost Edge Power system. And this clamp-on charging unit brings the power where you want it, when you want it, where you need it, when you need it. Our newest slogan says, no cord, no outlet, no problem. This charging unit provides you with a 120-volt power outlet and 2 USB plugs. You have a C-type and an A-type. So this brings the power where you need it, when you need it. I think if we can zoom in on this image, it shows how this clamps onto the side of a desk or the side of a table. Any of these desks we talked about earlier, this can clamp onto one of those desks and you have power at that desk. The power is provided by this lithium-ion battery. This is a very powerful battery. This battery, when fully charged, will take a laptop that's fully depleted and recharge it 2 times. It could do a Chromebook or a tablet 4 times, cell phones up to 14 times. So you get a lot of power in this battery. Again, you just slide the battery into the clamp, and now you have power at the clamp. If you're wanting to know how much power is left in the battery, there is a power indicator. This particular battery is showing 3 lights. There's actually 4 lights for a fully charged battery, so this I know has 75% charge left in this battery. When the battery is depleted, you put it into one of our charging bays. We have a 3-bay charger, which you see here. We also have a 9-bay charger, which is 3 wide and 3 high. So depending on your needs, your capacity, we have products to suit that. And as far as changing out the batteries, it's very simple. I kind of liken it to, if you're a do-it-yourselfer and you have cordless drill at home, you're doing a project, you don't worry about running out of battery power, because once you do, you grab a fully charged battery, you swap it out, and you're back in business. It's basically a non-event. And that's the idea behind Quick Boost Edge Power. You always have power where you need it, when you need it. Now, we sell these components a la carte. You can purchase each of them individually. However, that's not how most of our customers buy it. We've created bundles to kind of help them bundle the product together depending on what their capacity requirements are. Ray might be showing a visual of this, but we have a light use bundle, a medium use bundle, heavy use bundle, and constant use bundle. So for instance, the light use will give you 3 batteries, 3 clamps, and a 3-bay charger. On the other spectrum, the constant use will give you 12 batteries, 6 of these clamps, and a 9-bay charger. So again, a lot of different options, depending on your capacity requirements. We have bundles to suit that. And we've been getting a lot of really positive feedback, a lot of very interested customers from large school districts making very large purchases to use this product to solve their power problems. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone once again for spending some time with us here this afternoon to review some of our newer education products and ways that we can use these products to kind of mitigate, again, the transmission of germs in the classroom. We will be following up with an email with a link to this demo so you can watch it. It'll be kind of a condensed link, so it won't be quite as long. So you can refer to it, and we will be in some touch with you to see if you have any further follow-up questions. I think Ray is showing a visual with contact information for myself, Shelley, and Michael. If you have any further questions yourself, please reach out to us. Let us know if you have questions, if you feel you have opportunities, maybe some customers come to mind. We'd love to partner with you to help close those opportunities, bring these solutions to your customers. So with that, I'd like to say thanks again for your time. Hope everybody has a great afternoon.